Despite Liverpool's lengthening injury list, they still field an 11 this afternoon composed of 10 full internationals and 1 under-21 international. It's all relative, isn't it? Those still missing include Hansen, Nicol, Gillespie, Burrows and Venison, but Barnes is fit after a hamstring injury and Staunton plays too. Villa, as befits his side seeking its 9th win in 10 league matches, are unchanged. There may be a tactical switch though. We may well find McGrath playing not in defence but in midfield to help counter the aggressive runs of the one-time Villa player McMahon. It is, as you've heard, a capacity crowd at Anfield. That's 39,000 these restrictive days. Villa's allocation just 3,000 when they could have taken 9. The interest, I hope, augurs well for the match.
Liverpool against Aston Villa. The gates were closed here at 1:45. You can imagine the huge noise and the crackling atmosphere. Liverpool top of the league, but only on goal difference from Arsenal and Aston Villa themselves. Incidentally, John, an hour ago downstairs, I met an English businessman who lives and works in Spain. And for the past 15 years, he's listened to us on World Service every Saturday afternoon. He's a Liverpool supporter. It's his first visit to Anfield, and he said it seems like home after our broadcasts. Good for him.
Liverpool 0, Aston Villa 0. It's mostly Villa, but both sides could have scored in these early stages. Firstly, Villa, a free kick by Mountfield, headed down by Ormondroyd, and Olney's left foot shot hit the post, rebounded across the goal and away to safety for Liverpool. Grobbelaar knew nothing about it. Then just as seconds ago, Barnes free kick for Liverpool, rush header and a good Spink save, touching it over the crossbar. It's Liverpool 0, Villa 0.
And here the noise is for the visitors, because Aston Villa have just taken the lead, no more than they deserve. They've shown lots of pressure, and Ian Olney, the local boy, got his 8th goal of the season. He was in space, the Liverpool defence was nowhere. He took a quick look at Grobbelaar and hammered it high into the roof of the net. It really has been a sparkling game so far. With 21 minutes gone, it is Liverpool 0, Aston Villa 1, and Ian Olney is their hero at the moment. John Barnes is being carried off the pitch at the moment, and this was just seconds after he'd made a mesmerising run down the left. He was turning defenders inside and outside, and then suddenly, with the ball nowhere near, he went down. It looked to me as if it could be a hamstring injury. He went down so dramatically. Roy Evans ran on the pitch, took one look at Barnes and said enough's enough, and Barnes at this moment is just disappearing to the dressing room away to the left. So John Barnes goes off, and if it is a hamstring, it could well be doubtful that he'll play for England next Wednesday against Yugoslavia. We've got 6 minutes to half-time. Barnes is off the pitch, and Liverpool are a goal down. Liverpool 0, Aston Villa 1. Liverpool 0, Aston Villa 1, and it's been a bad first 45 minutes for Liverpool. Not only do they go in a goal down, but 6 minutes from half-time they lost John Barnes, who was carried off the field with what looked like a hamstring injury, as he fell as if he'd been shot in the Villa penalty area, and this after a dazzling display of trickery and close control for almost a minute. The goal came after 21 minutes when Ian Olney, given a second chance in space in the Liverpool penalty area, fired the ball into the roof of the net. There's been plenty of attacking play from Liverpool. Beardsley, Rush, McMahon and Ablett have all had shots, but Nigel Spink has been excellent in the Villa goal, as indeed has been the whole Villa defence. Their covering has been excellent. Liverpool 0, Aston Villa 1.
Both teams are out on the pitch ready for the start of the second half. We're just waiting for the 3 officials at the moment, and finally Ked Redfern from Whitley Bay, no doubt buoyant at the news his local side is making at half-time in the FA Cup tie away in the northeast, makes his appearance to the applause of Peter Beardsley, and very shortly this second half will be underway. Villa playing from right to left, so they're defending the Kop end, but they lead by a goal to 0, scored by Ian Olney after 21 minutes of the first half. So Villa in those familiar claret and blue shirts, white shorts and blue stockings against Liverpool, all in red. And Villa have a throw in on this near side, which will be their left in the second half. Gray, the captain, takes it looking for Ormondroyd, but Whelan, who's captain of Liverpool in Hansen's absence, just feeds it back to Ablett, who plays it to Grobbelaar. Let me run down the 2 lineups. Liverpool heavily hit by injuries. Today's selection couldn't be made using Burrows, Gillespie, Hansen, Nicol and Venison, and of course late in that first half they also lost John Barnes, we think with a hamstring injury. We wait for definitive news from the dressing room. That means that Liverpool's lineup is as follows. It's Grobbelaar in goals, a new back four you could say, of Tanner the substitute, Hussein, Ablett and Staunton. In midfield, Houghton, Whelan, McMahon and Molby. Up front, Rush and Beardsley. Villa have Spink in goals. They've got 5 along the back from right to left. It's Price, McGrath, Nielsen, Mountfield and Gray, the captain. 4 in midfield this afternoon. Daly, Kynes, Platt and Ormondroyd, and just Olney up front. But I should say that both Daly and Ormondroyd push up, as do the two full-backs. It's not a defensive lineup. Let's just say it's safety first, and so far it's paying off. They lead by 1-0. Daly plays the ball, not to much good effect, into the Liverpool half, where it's met by the substitute Tanner, Nicky Tanner, signed for a matter of a few £1,000s from Bristol Rovers, 24 years of age. He came on as substitute last week at Manchester City. Forward now to Beardsley, to Rush, edge of the Villa penalty area, but Platt, who's done stout defensive work, feeds the ball back to Nigel Spink, who's made some excellent saves in the first 45 minutes too, notably from Peter Beardsley, and one header by Ian Rush. Spink's long clearance over the head of Tanner, and Hussein, Sweden's captain, is there for Liverpool to knock it back to Grobbelaar. Full house of 39,000 at Anfield to watch this clash between first and third in the First Division. Rush chases a long ball just at the edge of the penalty area. Mountfield's there to shield him away as the goalkeeper Spink comes out to gather, edge of his penalty area. Bounces the ball once. McGrath just tying his bootlace on the edge of the penalty area. Spink waits and then he clears long. Bounces over the head of Olney. Ormondroyd, edge of the Liverpool penalty area. Back heels the ball to Olney. It's through into the penalty area. Chance here by Platt. He's brought down. You see the referee's blowing his whistle. I think it's offside against David Platt. It was indeed. But goodness gracious, that Liverpool defence, Jimmy Armfield, has looked very suspect this afternoon, and once more Villa find a way through it.
Yes, and at the other end, of course, Aston Villa's defence has been absolutely outstanding. McGrath, Mountfield and Nielsen, playing as three central defenders, have given Rush and Beardsley a few problems, and now they've lost the width of Barnes. That is an extra problem for Liverpool. I think they always miss Hansen somehow. I always think he's the player who gives them stability in a match like this. And of course Nicol as well is missing, so there's been a big switch round by Kenny Dalglish, and to lose Barnes as well, well, it's a disaster for them.
Well, of late Barnes has been the most significant Liverpool attacking threat in the absence of some form from Rush and Beardsley, despite the few goals they scored last week against Manchester City. They've got to throw in deep inside the Villa half, taken by Molby, down to the feet of Beardsley. Beardsley back to Staunton. It wasn't a good pass, and Villa intercept. It's with McGrath. Deep inside the Villa half though still, and McGrath finally clears right-footed, out of play in that far side, throw into Liverpool. By the way, the latest news from downstairs is really no news, because Liverpool aren't giving out any information at all about John Barnes at the moment. He's still in the treatment room receiving treatment. Liverpool attack meantime in that penalty area away to our right, and finally lovely cool play by Gordon Carnes to chip the ball back over a couple of Liverpool attackers into the arms of Nigel Spink. Spink waits no more than 10 yards from the Kop, and then he drop kicks the ball clear, right-footed towards Olney. Hussein wins it in the air, and it's with Whelan to McMahon. Now Houghton fed forward to Rush, who tried to find McMahon, didn't do so. Ormondroyd takes it up for Villa. Now back with the captain Gray, who hits it long. Olney wins it in the air off Hussein. Tanner's there. Referee blows for an infringement. He decided that Olney was using his right elbow to leave her some room, and he awards a free kick to Liverpool. Taken quickly. Tanner to Ablett. Out to Staunton, far side. Liverpool left, still midway inside the Liverpool half, to our left. Ablett now strides forward towards the halfway line. Plays a good ball to Beardsley, who turns away from Platt, and Platt battling back well, I thought. One possession again, but the referee, Ken Redfern, decides that was a foul. So it will be a free kick to Liverpool. 5 minutes gone in the second half. Liverpool 0, Aston Villa 1. Villa haven't won here for 12 years. Now this free kick is at least 35 yards out, and Molby shaping up as if he's going to have a rattle at it. Doesn't instead. Chips it towards the penalty area, headed away by Nielsen. To Molby again. Molby with room to cross once more. To Rush, edge of the penalty area. Rush shoots right-footed. It's half blocked by a combination of Houghton and Gray, and the clearance finally finds Staunton for Liverpool, who crosses deep into the Villa half, into the Villa penalty area rather, and Mountfield has to clear for the corner. Well, the Kop hasn't really had a great deal to shout about in this game, and Liverpool take the corner short, and it's threaded through far too far forward of Staunton, and the clearance is made by Platt towards the halfway line, met by Ablett for Liverpool. Ablett to McMahon, who hopes to appear for England against Yugoslavia on Wednesday. I don't think there's much chance of John Barnes doing that now. Whelan crosses the ball too deep, that one for Ray Houghton, and it runs harmlessly behind for a goal kick to Aston Villa. I was saying, Jimmy, what I've seen of Liverpool lately, all the attacking threat has come through Barnes. And, to me, Rush and Beardsley still are not gelling up front.
Well, so far they haven't this afternoon. There's been a bit of threat there, but it hasn't really found a way through these three central defenders. And what's happened is that Villa have flooded the midfield with 5 players, and they've made it very difficult for McMahon and Whelan, who've done so well this season, when I've seen them anyway, to get the game going at all. Villa are stifling Liverpool in the centre of the field, but they are working hard because there's only Olney up front, and they're all pushing forward as quickly as they can.
Like Daly now, deep inside the Liverpool half, on that far side, Villa right. Daly trying to make room for the cross. He's faced by Ablett, checks to the right, then to the left, finally lays it back to Price, who sweeps the ball in first time. Ormondroyd wins it in there. Oh, he sweeps it wide, right-footed. Grobbelaar and Hussein were nowhere, and Ormondroyd just rushed the chance. He had the time. He could have put Villa 2 up. As it is, it stays 1-0.
Yes, he's been a bit of a threat, Ormondroyd, in the air, well as Olney as well, but Grobbelaar was missing there at that cross. He only half got to it, and it dropped on Ormondroyd's right foot, not his best foot, of course, as all Bradford City supporters will remember, and he scooped it wide.
Daly is now clear on the Villa right, sweeps that ball in low, but that's a dreadful cross, straight into the side netting. What a waste. Olney and Ormondroyd disgusted, and it's a goal kick to Liverpool, which Grobbelaar wastes no time taking. Hits it long, too long for Ian Rush. Minefield is there for Villa, and the ball is played back to Nigel Spink. Villa so close to going 2-0 up at Anfield. Spink's clearance headed down by Ormondroyd, but McMahon is there for Liverpool. To Beardsley, to Whelan, threaded through to Huyton. That's a great pass. Huyton right side of the penalty area, crosses towards Rush, and a tremendous defensive header by Paul McGrath.
Great clearance that was.
Wonderful clearance by the Irishman. He's had a tremendous game in the back.
He has. He was under pressure there on the back post. Spink was nowhere. There was a Liverpool man running in, calmly headed away for a corner.
Corner is taken quickly. Staunton now plays it in low towards the near post, and who is it but Paul McGrath to clear once more. And there are many down the East Lancs Road, I can tell you, in Manchester, who wonder why on earth Paul McGrath was allowed to leave Old Trafford. Liverpool attack once more. It's with Beardsley, back to Whelan, now to Mulby, who's moved up to midfield from his chosen position of right back at the start of the game. Ablett, Huyton, midway inside the Villa half. He's got McMahon alongside him. Huyton keeps it. He tries to lay it back to Whelan now, and he was fouled, I think, by Gordon Cowans, and that will be a free kick to Liverpool, almost precisely in the middle of the Aston Villa half to our right. Ablett could use a few more yards, and the referee's telling him so, and finally the ball is spotted up, and Jan Mulby steps back again. Now, he can hit them from some distance. I still doubt whether he'll take that on, but who knows. He comes forward now and then chips it right-footed towards Hussein, gets the header in just wide of the goal. Goal kick to Aston Villa.
And I think that's the first header that Liverpool have actually won in the Villa penalty area. You know, the Villa defenders have won all the headers, and that's very important in football. When your central defenders are winning the headers, it gives your goalkeeper confidence, and it gives your midfield players confidence as well. It is noticeable too, Mulby, who started the game at right full back virtually, has now gone to left midfield since Tanner came on.
Villa lead here at Anfield by 1-0. Peter Jones, I think, has another couple of scores.
Yes, an equaliser for Ipswich at Portman Road. John Walk, the old Ipswich man, now still, of course, back at Portman Road. Ipswich 1, Sunderland 1.
McGrath heading the ball away from the Villa defence once more, but it's picked up by Houghton on this near side. He's robbed by Ormondroyd on the halfway line. Ball is out of play. The linesman decides that's a throw into Villa. From where I'm sitting high in our sort of Eagles eyrie, slung beneath the main stand, it looked as if it was the Villa player who touched the ball last, but nevertheless it's a Villa throw and it's taken quickly and it's wasted, and Liverpool have possession. And Tanner drives the ball long, rushes on the end of it, out comes Spink to the edge of his penalty area, and he gathers good anticipation by the Villa goalkeeper.
Excellent, yes, right 18 yards from his goal, good pick-up, a lot of confidence in Villa. That's the thing that's, I would say, that's impressed me more than anything else. They are confident, and it's made a terrific match so far.
Cowans to Ormondroyd, middle of the Liverpool half, midway inside the Liverpool half, on the Villa left, and he's taking on the Tanner on the outside, gets the cross in, and Grobbelaar gathers it on the near post. Applause from 3,000 Villa fans behind Bruce Grobbelaar's goal. I'm told that Villa could have sold 9,000 tickets this afternoon if they'd been given the chance. 3,000 was their allocation. Whelan for Liverpool on the halfway line, forward to Beardsley. McGrath robs him again. McGrath challenges Houghton too, but Houghton brings it clear. Now McMahon, midway inside the Villa half, forward to Molby, and Molby out to Staunton on the far side, taken up now by Whelan. Whelan turns away, and it's Molby once more, still midway inside that Villa half. Takes the ball around, Platt runs towards the penalty area, forward to Rush, and Rush, it's not Rush who's fouled, it's Molby who's fouled, and this is a position of some danger now for Villa. It'll be a while before this free kick is taken. I know that Villa reluctant to retreat. I can tell you that Whitley Bay are now 2 up against Preston in the second round of the FA Cup. Kevin Todd, and at Old Trafford it's Manchester United 1, Crystal Palace 2, Mark Bright with his second goal of the match. So a free kick to Liverpool, just 3 or 4 yards outside the penalty area. Half a dozen players in the Villa wall. Now from this position, Molby does hit them. 12 minutes gone in the second half. We wait to see what the Dane does with his free kick. Whelan is there as well. He moves away. Molby strikes it right-footed straight into the wall, into Ormondroyd in fact, and it rebounds out of play in the far side of the field. Throw into Liverpool.
Matter of confidence there. The wall never budged. Good discipline in defence. Villa had all the Liverpool players picked up as well. It's amazing how they've improved.
Now it's Molby again, just outside the penalty area. 1-2 with Houghton. Molby plays it across the goal, and Nielsen clears from the feet of Ian Rush. Out of play in the far side of the field. Throw into Liverpool. The pressure is intense on Villa at the moment, but they're standing up to it so well. They lead by Ian Olney's goal in the first half. We played 13 minutes in the second half. The throw-in is taken. Staunton takes the return from Molby, crosses for his time, and Mountfield clears. The ball headed down by Whelan to Molby, but Molby's return pass not a good one. Long clearance by Carnes. Olney's onside, on the right-hand side of the half, on the far side of the field, and he wins a corner off the feet of Gary Ablett. Olney, I think, realised he didn't have the support necessary, decided to make do with the corner, and Gordon Carnes, whose beautiful pass struck 40 yards, found Olney in some space on that far side, goes across there to take the corner for Aston Villa. Left-footed in-swinging corner, all the big men up. It's hit towards the near post, it's headed away by Molby for Liverpool, but Nielsen was pushing into the back of his Danish international colleague, and it's a free kick to Liverpool.
Talking about Olney there, he held the ball up well for a young player. He's been playing up on his own virtually most of the game. He's already hit the post, he scored a goal, and when the ball's come to him, he's looked quite comfortable. He's prepared to hold it. He's got Ablett marking him most of the time. He's done very well. Quite impressed with him. First time I've seen him, he looks like one to watch.
Spurs 2, Everton 1. Paul Stewart for Spurs. Villa lead here at Anfield by 1-0. Ablett to Molby. Inside the Villa half, plays it to his right to McMahon of England. He is Tanner to his right, but he declines, pushes it forward to Whelan. McMahon goes for the return. It's the Captain Gray, though, who intercepts, and a combination of Gray and Price clear for Villa. Met by Olney on the halfway line. He holds the ball up well. He's held off 2 Liverpool players. He finds the right full-back Price, who threads it through, hoping to find Tony Daly on the end of it. It was hit a little bit too strong. Grobbelaar meets it for Liverpool and clears quickly. Headed away once more by Nielsen for Villa. Rush takes it up for Liverpool once more. McMahon, now Molby. Well, it's all Villa defence at the moment, but they're doing so well. Molby plays it forward towards Rush, and it's Nielsen who intercepts and clears towards the halfway line. Ablett for Liverpool, to Whelan, back to Hussein, almost standing on the centre spot. Swept to the far side to Staunton, taken up by Ablett. Now it's going to be with Beardsley, midway inside the Villa half. Now to Molby. Liverpool keeping possession but not making much progress. Staunton, Whelan, his Irish international colleague. Now it's Hussein. All these players want to know what the World Cup draw is, of course, but first they want 3 points for Liverpool. Liverpool top of the first division, Villa third, but could go top. But it's Liverpool who attack now through Rush. He tried to find McMahon. The ball breaks away instead to Staunton. First time cross towards Hussein, headed away by Nielsen. Whelan again for Liverpool. This is tremendous stuff. Non-stop pressure from Liverpool. Beardsley now, running towards the penalty area to Rush. He tried to play it back to Beardsley. Runs to Houghton, he shoots. It's blocked by McGrath, inevitably by McGrath, and it's out of play for a throw-in.
16 touches of the ball then, Alan, without a Villa player touching it.
Throw in taken quickly by Tanner. Headed on by Beardsley. Liverpool, Villa is who clears. Whelan to Tanner. Tanner, I've got to be quick off the ball here. I tell you something, the ball's moving around so quickly. McMahon to Whelan. Staunton's crying for it, and Staunton gets it just outside the centre circle. Daly comes to meet him. Staunton plays it quickly forward. Rush edge of the penalty area. Mulby, chance here for Liverpool. Great save by Spink.
What a super move that was. Three excellent passes. So quick that even numbers that Villa have got back or have been forced to bring back could do nothing about it. Liverpool finished with 2 men spare on the left-hand side. Mulby got the shot in. I thought it just lacked a little bit of power, but full marks to Spinks, got down very quickly.
Well, it's a cracking game. It really is a cracking match. Thoroughly entertaining. And well done, Villa. Well done, Villa, because they look defensive in their lineup, but goodness, they know how to attack when they get in the right positions. And, well, I was going to say they're posing a real threat to Liverpool this afternoon. It's more than that. They lead by 1-0.
It's a poser. They've given them a poser, really, haven't they, with this system? Flooding the midfield and the 3 men at the back. And because they've pinched the goal, they've got the goal, it's now a problem for Liverpool. And you say, Alan, I think it's possibly the most intriguing commentary we've had. You know,
McMahon for Liverpool. Platt intercepts. He's worked so hard, not so much up front, but defensively and in midfield. Nevertheless, it is a free kick to Liverpool for something Ken Redfern spotted. Wonder if he knows Whitley Bear too up. He'll not care at the moment. He's got his hands full. This is a tremendous match, and he's got to be watching everything. Liverpool attack again as Beardsley heads it on. Rush claimed he was pushed. Platt heads it clear for Villa. Only meets it on the halfway line. It's not back towards Mountfield, who strikes it long. Now Daly's got the pace, but that pass is rather too much pace and runs in the end harmlessly through to Grobbelaar. 18 minutes gone in the second half. Liverpool 0, Aston Villa 1. Darkness long descended on Merseyside, and it'll be a gloomy weekend on Merseyside if both Everton and Liverpool lose. Everton, remember, losing 2-1 at Tottenham, and Liverpool, who at the moment are top of the table, losing 1-0 at home here to Aston Villa. Hussein for Liverpool to Ablett. Every time Ablett gets the ball, he rushes forward, and he finds McMahon with a splendid pass to the far side of the field. Left side of the Villa penalty area. Now inside the area, his shot takes a deflection and goes behind for a corner kick to Liverpool. To be taken from the far side. Now most of these have been taken short. Beardsley and Staunton, and it is again Beardsley and Staunton. Staunton back to Beardsley, back to Staunton. He's inside the penalty area, lays it back to Mulby. McMahon's teeing up the shot. He shoots, it's deflected. Chance for Hussein, blocked. Whelan's there, straight into Spink's arms. Oh, that was great stuff.
I bet all the Liverpool players are now thinking it's going to be one of those days. They had 3 efforts there at the goal, and Whelan actually just got a foot to it, and it went straight into Spinks' hands, into his midriff, and Whelan, in frustration, he actually kicked the post.
Rush to Beardsley, shoots it to the net! Villa's defence bursts at last. The long clearance to Ian Rush. Rush knocked it back with the aid of a defender, and Beardsley teased the ball right-footed around Spink into the right-hand corner. It's Liverpool 1, Aston Villa 1.
Right, so the goal's been, I say it's been coming. I just said about the Liverpool players thought it was one of those days, and immediately they scored. But that was a goal of international quality. 20 yards out, and he steered the ball with the side of his foot.
Villa attack only inside the penalty area. Has he won the corner? No, he claimed one, but it's a goal kick to Liverpool. Well, I wonder, am I going to get a minute's peace now, Jimmy, because it's been non-stop since the start of the second half.
This has been excellent football today. Real, you know, if saw this football every week, it'd been fantastic.
And the cop, as you can hear, in full voice. That was a stunning goal from Peter Beardsley, whatever the criticism of him of late. Truly international class goal. Liverpool are level, and they're attacking again. And look where Hussein is. He's down by the right corner flag. He's supposed to be playing in central defence. The clearance is made by Villa, though. Olney meets it, runs back into his own half, lays it to Cowans, who's made a little bit of space, plays it infield to Platt, who tries to jink his way through a combination of Ablett and McMahon, and that combination brings him down. It's a free kick to Aston Villa. Well, Villa have done well, Jimmy, really, to hold on this long under that
they have. The
pressure.
I've seen Well, far less teams crack under that sort of pressure here. And I was thinking, particularly when Barnes went off, I was wondering whether Liverpool would be able to cope with it. Should have known better, really. Liverpool can always cope with situations, particularly here at Anfield. And they've deserved the equaliser. It's a good test for Villa now, isn't it?
Free kick for Villa, taken by Minefield, headed across the edge of the Liverpool penalty area by Ormondroyd, but Staunton hits it clear. Now it's with Houghton. McGrath for Villa, though. Plays it forward to Gray, who can't keep the ball in play, and it will be a throw-in to Liverpool. It's been a tremendous match, this, especially in the second half. Throw-in taken by Tanner to Houghton. Back to Tanner. Tanner plays it long. Rush will chase. Rush keeps it in play, but it doesn't matter because the linesman's flag is up for offside on the far side of the field. Free kick to Aston Villa, which Paul McGrath will take. And I don't think anybody has looked better for Villa this afternoon than Paul McGrath, Jimmy.
No, he's played very well. I think Nielsen and Mountfield have backed him up well too. Nielsen very strong in the air, just gets on with it, no frills, not what I call a continental frill type player, just gets on with it, just looks like a normal English centre-half. He's done very well. McGrath has got the experience, hasn't he? Playing in international football and with Manchester United, and he's looked experienced tonight. Of course, his pace has always been valuable to him.
We've reached the midway point in the second half. I just hope that the second part of this half is as good as the first. It's all yours, Peter.
Staunton for Liverpool. A lovely game of football, a wonderful noise here at Anfield. It's one apiece. Here come Liverpool again. Halfway inside the Villa half. That's the Cop end away to our right. Picked up again well by Villa, but they can't get the ball away through Chris Price. And it's left once more to Liverpool. McMahon tries to get the ball through, can't. Nielsen clears for Aston Villa. Ormondroyd's back there, halfway inside his own half to defend for Aston Villa. Daly's doing the same. Daly's lost the ball. McMahon again, halfway inside the Villa half. Square, Houghton, back to McMahon. Not a good ball. Good challenge by Price for Aston Villa. Still Liverpool tried to go forward with Beardsley. Scored of the equaliser 5 minutes ago. They can't. And again, it's Whelan for Liverpool, laying the ball forward, looking for Houghton, can't find him. A good charge comes in from Ablett now. Tries a 1-2 with McMahon, can't. McMahon square, flick on by Houghton, looking for Rush. Ball cleared by Price, drops inside the centre circle, headed forward once more by Glenn Hussein, though. It's too far forward, and Price, the right back, the former Blackburn player, is happy to clear into the stands. Ironic cheers from the Cop, but that it was a good effort by Price, because at least he just took a little sting out of the situation for a moment, because as Jimmy Armfield was saying a moment ago, the pressure on Aston Villa now is quite incredible for the last 10 minutes before Peter Beardsley scored that classic goal. It's Liverpool 1, Aston Villa 1, living up to every one of our expectations, I think, here at Anfield this afternoon. One apiece. Rush tries to pick up the ball, can't. Again played forward though by Moby. Houghton McMahon inside the Villa penalty area, still holds the ball, still holds it, and then it's charged away by Price. Ball drops inside the area. Hussein comes charging forward for Liverpool. Oh, that was some challenge by David Platt. I think that was clumsy and awkward rather than anything else, and Hussein picks himself up and hobbles away. He's going to be all right. Platt knew that. In the heat of the moment, these things happen. I can't really think there was any sort of intent there at all, but nevertheless, it's a free kick to Liverpool. Pressure on Aston Villa again, away there to the right. It'll be laid forward once more. Moby, and it'll be cleared by McGrath. And repeating what Alan Green was saying a moment ago, for me, the star of the match, certainly as far as Villa is concerned, is one Paul McGrath. He has not put a foot wrong. He's been quite magnificent all afternoon. Pressure again, though, on Villa. Here comes the cross once more, and Rush goes in with a challenge, and it takes a deflection off Mountfield, so it'll be another corner to Liverpool, and they're playing into their favourite end, the Cop end away there to the right. It's one apiece, and we've had exactly 25 minutes of this match. What a match now, Jimmy Armfield.
It is. Rusher, too, has got the problem of having these three central defenders all the way around him all the time. Probably thinks he's back in Italy.
And this time the corner's driven in low. It's cut out well, though, by Platt. Villa try desperately hard to break the stranglehold, because they've been defending now tooth and claw for the last 20 minutes or so. They really can't get out of their own half. Houghton pressing them forward again, halfway inside the Villa half, clips the ball forward, controlled well by Rush, and Rush will play it back to Moby, edge of the Villa penalty area. Cross comes in, headed away by Price, and further out by Platt for Aston Villa. Daly goes after it on the far side, and the ball will run into touch, and the referee says that'll be a free kick for Staunton's challenge on Daly, and a little bit of relief for Aston Villa.
Yes, and the midfielders and the back players will be pleased about that. And Daly and Ormondroyd, who have worked the two flanks, both carry a bit of pace. And on the break, of course, they can be a threat, and Liverpool have got to be aware of that, particularly Daly with his pace.
Aston Villa take the free kick then. It drops on the edge of the Liverpool penalty area. There's no real threat to them there. I think the ball comes away from the area. Ablett comes in with a good strong challenge and then lays it back to Grobbelaar. And Grobbelaar sprints out to the edge of his penalty area. Liverpool wanting 3 points here. They were a goal down, remember, at half-time here, and only after 21 minutes. Beardsley gets the equaliser 19 minutes into the second half. That's how it stands at the moment, with exactly 26 minutes gone here at Anfield. Good run of Villa have had, remember, they've won the last 4, and they drew one apiece at Villa Park in the second match of the season. But it's one apiece here at Anfield, and the ball is cleared. But that again is just taking pressure off by Villa rather than anything else. Ormond goes in to challenge. Rather awkward, clumsy-looking player, Ormond, but he's so effective, and he plays the ball back once more. An official crowd attendance this afternoon, 37,435. Gates close at 1:45. That's what football needs up here on Merseyside, of course. And at start of play, Liverpool were top of the league, but only on goal difference from Arsenal and from Aston Villa themselves. It's one apiece here, and a marvellous match. As the ball again played forward by the substitute Mickey Tanner. Down the line to Rush. Rush just below us. Starts to move infield. Little lucky Liverpool to get the run of the ball there. Houghton comes back, and he's challenged by Mountfield. Ball will break, and in goes Mountfield again. And the ball will still break to Aston Villa, and they'll clear down the line immediately below us. We're high up almost over the halfway line, and Ormond just below us. Square, Cowans, the only man left from the 1981 championship winning side, Aston Villa, of course. But Liverpool will come again relentlessly. Whelan still going forward, and he has to check his stride, put it onto his right foot. Little back heel from him, finds Milby shoots. Spink is there. And another one, certainly a great hero for Villa this afternoon, Jimmy. Nigel Spink, no question.
Yes, he's done very well. 2 excellent saves in the first half. I thought the save he made from Rush early on was crucial to his defenders. And the other thing I think which has been important has been the performance of Hussein at the heart of Liverpool's defence. I think he's been the outstanding player at the back. He's got quality, real quality in his game.
And a score just coming in from the Dell. Southampton have equalised there against Manchester City. And it's Rodney Wallace the scorer. Southampton 1, Manchester City 1. Here at Anfield, it's Liverpool 1, Aston Villa 1. Villa are defending again as they've done for most of the second half. Liverpool have the possession. McMahon finds Milby. Milby square, picked up again by Tanner, the substitute. Tanner hesitates just a little bit too long for him, though. And Ormond starts to shuffle down the line. It's run away from him, and it runs over that white line. And that's relief for Liverpool, because when on the rare occasions they've come forward Villa in the second half, they've looked extremely effective. And incidentally, the latest news of John Barnes, the producer, just come up to tell me that he's actually come out of the treatment room. He's in the dressing room, and clearly nothing will be said until after the match. I'm sure that Kenny Dalglish, the manager, will decide what to say. But if he actually has left the treatment room, perhaps it's not quite as bad as it looked when he was carried off the pitch 6 minutes before half-time. Liverpool 1, Aston Villa 1. Ian Olney after 21 minutes for Villa, and then 19 minutes into the second half, a super goal by Peter Beardsley. Everything depends on the last 15 and a half minutes of this match at Anfield. Again, Aston Villa are defending, and they've run the ball away. Mountfield, from where we were sitting here, looked a bit annoyed with that, because he got away from Houghton, and he had a bit of space, and then it ran away from him, and he's put his side under threat again now by giving Liverpool the throw. Beardsley, and Beardsley goes down on the ground. Good challenge coming in from McGrath, and it'll be a throw in to Liverpool, and it's taken quickly by Houghton. Beardsley, edge of the Aston Villa penalty area. McGrath's there too. Good covering by Mountfield, and that'll be another corner to Liverpool.
Yes, obstruction by McGrath there. That's what it was. Beardsley, what he did, he put the ball through his legs. He was going past him, and McGrath ran across him, and it's given Liverpool, I would think, an indirect free kick. The referee's put his hand up, has he? Yes, he has.
Yes, he has, Jim. Absolutely. News, another goal from the Dale just coming in. Barry Horn, the substitutes, made it Southampton 2, Manchester City 1. And we wait now for this free kick. It's a foot outside the area, and it's played square, and it's hammered in the end and wasted by Staunton. Set up well by Milby, wasted. And that'll be good for Villa, Jim, because not only can they organise themselves again, they can take a breather. And my word, they need that.
Yes, they need a bit of a break. All those little breaks count, and the Liverpool players will be annoyed at young Staunton there. He took a bit of a wild swing on it, and it was well off target. And what's happened really is just what he's taking the goalkeeper is Cowans and Platt, who did such a lot in the first half, trying to put one or two moves together, have been forced to just defend. That's all you can say. And to be fair, they've done a good job.
And they're doing it just that second as Nielsen turns it back once more to Spink. And let's remind you again, as we've done throughout the afternoon here at Anfield, that Liverpool are without Nicol and Hansen and Gillespie and Venison and Burrows. There's a fair amount of defensive talent among that lot, as the ball is laid back 25 yards by Villa, sensibly again by Nielsen to Spink. 4 or 5 superb saves from the Villa goalkeeper, a man who made his name, I suppose, by coming on just 2 minutes after the start of the 1982 European Cup final, you may remember. And my word, he's played a European style this afternoon. He's been absolutely first class. Villa, one of their few attacks, long out to Daly. Daly will try and protect the ball from Olney, and in the end has to play it back to Carnes, and Carnes will hold it. It'll chip forward, edge of the area, and Carnes goes through. He's trying to get into 1-2 with Olney there, but that didn't quite work. And Liverpool will try the break. Rush. Molby sweeps a lovely ball out to Beardsley on the far side, down the left for Liverpool. Beardsley comes inside the fullback. Beardsley still there, he's inside the area. Beardsley tries the little clip, and it's there, and that goes wide off a defender. That's a corner to Liverpool. McMahon was lining up for that one, and so was Rush.
Yes, Beardsley's coming to his own really since half-time. He's starting to provide the real class in Liverpool's attack for me. He's actually going past players. He got past 2 players then, provided the cross, and Villa just found that man again. It was so crucial. It looked to be another goal, that, for Liverpool, because Rush and McMahon were both honing in on the target.
As Liverpool take the corner, it's played back again by Aston Villa, but there goes Beardsley, a little back heel from him. Staunton with a cross, and the header comes in over the bar, and that will be a goal kick for Aston Villa. They were lining up at the back, and the man who might even have got it there was Hussein, who now comes racing back. He's so good in the air, the Swedish captain, that time a little bit wide. Goal kick to Aston Villa, and not good news for Chelsea. Let me remind you, they were 4th, of course, at start of play this afternoon. Colin Clark now has made it 4 for Queen's Park Rangers. Queen's Park Rangers 4, Chelsea 1. So Liverpool at the top, Arsenal 2nd, Villa 3rd, all though, remember, with 30 points. It's so tight at the top, and here at Anfield we have exactly 12 minutes to go. Liverpool 1, Aston Villa 1. Ball halfway inside the Liverpool half. Ormondroyd, Daly lays the ball wide once more, and it's a yard in, and it gives Staunton time to clear, only as far as Cowans. Cowans tries to drive the ball low. That was a bad one, because it gives possession to Liverpool again. The last thing that Villa want. Ball laid wide down the line, and Rush is onto it. Rush going fast. Nielsen has to run with him. Rush squares the ball, and Houghton comes in with a shot, just inches wide. And there I think perhaps Rush didn't do it quite right. He really he left Nielsen for dead there, Jimmy. He made the space down the right, and I don't think perhaps the cross was quite the right one, was it?
Well, it was. I thought the cross, what he did, he picked the man out. That was the important thing. He picked Houghton out on the edge of the box. Nielsen came charging in, actually. He missed out on it. Rush weighed it all up, and he took the option of rolling it back to Houghton on the edge of the box, and the finish just wasn't there.
News of a goal up in Scotland. Ali McCoist, who else has scored the second there for Rangers? Rangers 2, Motherwell 0, and Mr. McCoist is the scorer. Here we've got Mr. Olney and Mr. Beardsley, who've scored to make it 1-1. Houghton, good run down the right for Liverpool. Holds the ball just outside the Villa penalty area, feints to cross, doesn't square. Moby! And it comes off a defender's, cleared by Mountfield as far as Houghton. Houghton on the edge of the Villa penalty area still. Little square ball. Beardsley tries to backheel the ball to Houghton, and he can't. And Villa still live there. It's still 1 apiece for Graham Taylor's team. Liverpool throw short. Whelan, the captain, starts to move infield. He's chased there by Platt. Square though once more. Ablett tries the shot. I think that took a deflection also. That'll be a corner. And Nigel Spink isn't very happy about that. He comes across to have a word with the referee, but it clearly did take a deflection. There was no real threat for Spink, but he raced out there. And when everything is sorted out, certainly Mr. Redfern is absolutely right. And if he's got a little earpiece in, Mr. Redfern, he'll know that his side, Whitley Bay, are 2-0 up at the moment in the FA Cup. Or at least that was the last score we heard. And we wait for, I think, him to pick himself up. Jimmy Armfield.
Nielsen got hurt, that's what... I think he was trying to draw the referee's attention to an injury for Nielsen. He's actually getting treatment now. But you wonder, with the way it's gone in the last 20 minutes, A, whether Liverpool can sustain this pressure, and B, whether Villa can stand up to it any longer. You keep thinking they're going to crack, but they've held on and held on.
Indeed they have. Liverpool take the corner, still swarming around the Villa penalty area, and in the end, Spink, as McMahon was coming in, it didn't have a lot of power, but that's the sort of ball that can squirm in at the near post, and Spink did well to spot that and spun away to his right and just stopped it a couple of inches from the base of his near post. Again, Spink in excellent form, and still Villa holding on here. And remember, they took the lead after 21 minutes with Ian Olney. They're trying again. Ball laid wide to Daly. But Daly, of course, who can be an enormous threat to any defence, has spent most of the afternoon defending. And right well he's done it too. I think Jimmy Armfield was mentioning 5 minutes ago that he and Ormondroyd have done a very good job in dropping back down the right and the left to help out the midfield. McMahon's onto it in a flash for Liverpool. Just inside the Aston Villa half. Houghton, good challenge comes in from Gray, the Villa captain. And the ball breaks loose and there's too much space. And McGrath clears. And McGrath, the former Republic of Ireland international, I'm sure will want to know where the Republic of Ireland will come out in the draw in Rome this afternoon. You may remember it earlier saying it's 4:30. Well, it's now just coming up to 20 to 5, but I'm told very reliably that the World Cup draw has not started yet, which doesn't surprise me. All the occasions I've been at, when you talk about 4:30, it's more likely to be 5 o'clock. But of course, we will give it to you live the moment it comes in. The World Cup draw in Rome this afternoon. Here at Anfield, we have 8 minutes to go, and it is Liverpool 1, Aston Villa 1, in a marvellous game of football. Houghton, square, Molby square again to McMahon. McMahon tries to find Ablett, he can't find him, hangs on to it. McMahon tries the shot, and that again takes a deflection. And that this time it was off Chris Price. He must have had about 6 or 7 corners, Jim, off deflection.
Yes, they have. They're getting the shots in, but Villa are flooding the penalty area with their, the players just getting all in front of Spink all the time, and they're getting the deflection.
Corner then to Liverpool, away to the right, the Kop end. It's one apiece. And it's laid square once more just outside the Aston Villa penalty area. Looks for McMahon. It was missing there though, and Olney's come back, the scorer, to act as an extra defender. Molby again, pressure on Villa. Molby through the gap, Price clears. Ball bounces still inside the Villa half. Daly comes racing across to this side, not before Ablett can get hold of it though. Whelan, and Whelan square, Tanner forward, edge of the area. McMahon shouts for handball. No, says the referee inside the Villa penalty area. Ball is cleared inside the centre circle. Headed away once more by Ablett. Staunton's there to pick it up for Liverpool. Enormous pressure on Aston Villa here. One apiece, 6 minutes to go. And it's left once more for Hussein to play it square to Staunton. Staunton to Whelan. Whelan, good possession stuff again by Liverpool. Good habits they've grown up with, of course, over the years. Houghton going down the right, comes inside the fullback, tries the shot, half a deflection, half cleared, and Villa won't even know how they cleared that one, but they did through Stuart Gray. And the ball is out on the far side with Platt. And Platt will play it, I think, off Staunton, so he gets the throw. And not surprisingly, the Aston Villa players take a little time to go across, and Chris Price is the man who'll take the throw. Lots of support for Aston Villa way there to the left, and a confident chance throughout the afternoon of we are the champions. Well, it would be interesting if they did, of course, because if they did go top tonight, in other words, if they did win here in this last 5 minutes, it would be the first time that they were top of the first division since 1981, which is the year they indeed won the championship and then went on to European things the year later. But it's Liverpool possession. Good sliding tackle from Kent Nielsen. Beardsley takes the throw quickly, plays it back to the fullback Tanner, who's come on for Barnes, who was injured 5 minutes or so before half-time. Again, a long ball for, wasted a little bit this time by Hussein though, and Spink comes off his line, stands almost on his white penalty spot, and 2 or 3 camera flashes from the Kop down that end. I'm sure they're waiting to take a photograph of the ball hitting the back of Spinks' net in the next 5 minutes or so. We shall see, but it really has been a splendid match here. Excellent work by Aston Villa, 85% of the possession by Liverpool, but they have defended intelligently, in depth. They've covered superbly, Aston Villa, and it's one apiece at the moment. And Villa have the possession, still inside their own half though. Played forward by Mountfield. And it'll be Cowans, and Cowans through the gap. Little flick on once more by Olney, and Cowans is flattened. And he's about 10 yards outside the Liverpool penalty area. And the referee comes over to make sure that Cowans is all right, brings himself up onto his knees, and a couple of important scores, one very important score. Paul Merson, who's been a bit of a bad boy off the field for Arsenal, and we saw him in midweek coming back. He looked a good player. Well, he's scored at Coventry, so it's Coventry City 0, Arsenal 1. Paul Merson the scorer. That could be important. Now then, free kick for Aston Villa. They're all lined up in the Liverpool penalty area, and Carnes himself will take it. Oh, and he wastes it because he plays it low, and Liverpool will clear And another scoreline, Chelsea at least have pulled one back. Queen's Park Rangers 4, Chelsea 2. And another score from Scotland, Rangers 3, Motherwell 0. Let me again remind you that at start of play, it was Liverpool, Arsenal, Aston Villa, Chelsea in that order. The top three, of course, same number of points. Here come Villa again, though. The shot comes in. Oh, and Grobler did well to save that one. There wasn't an awful lot of power behind it, but he did well only because he came in from the right, hit the ball well, and although it wasn't going all that hard, Jim, it would have been a difficult thing, I think, for Grobler to spot quite so quickly.
It was an excellent bit of play by young Olney. He's played really well. Come inside, beat three Liverpool players, got in his left foot shot, straight at Grobler.
Ablett forward again for Liverpool, gets the return ball inside the area. Harrens is there to clear for Aston Villa. Out to Daly. Daly's in a right back position now, trying to hang on to this. It would be a superb point, of course, if they can do it. And I've just heard that Whitley Bay, a little bit of glory for them. They have indeed won 2-0 in the FA Cup this afternoon. And the best bit of news for Ken Redfern, the referee here, when he gets in, will be that his side are through in the FA Cup. Let me remind you again, the World Cup draw will be giving you live from Rome. It's not surprisingly, I think, by my book, a little bit delayed, but we'll be there when it happens. It's 1-1 here at Anfield. The ball is headed back by Derek Mountfield. Played so well in his days with Everton, you may remember, and then had some problems with injuries. Couldn't quite make the side back. I used to think that Mountfield and Radcliffe, Jim, were a great combination in the Everton days.
Oh, they were terrific. It took him a while to get settled at Villa. He's done well this season, though. And I like this formation that Graham Taylor has. It's a nice blend, and I think the important thing is that you've got pace and height and strength in there. It's made it very difficult, and Ian Rush will vouch for that this afternoon. He hasn't had a lot of room at all.
Well, we've got exactly 2 minutes to go here. And we've got a score coming in from Wimbledon. John Scales, the equaliser. Wimbledon 1, Derby County 1 in the 2 minutes. Will Liverpool do it? Will Aston Villa do it? It's 1 apiece. And Aston Villa have the possession. And Price, the fullbacks, come forward. Edge of the Liverpool penalty area. Good tackling, though, coming in once more by Ablett. But again, it's Ormondroyd for Aston Villa going down the left. Cross comes in from him. Grobbelaar's there. Holds onto the ball and bowled out wide to the far side to McMahon. A minute and a half to go. Splendid game of football here. Liverpool 1, Aston Villa 1, and again let me remind you, we'll be off to Rome very shortly for the live draw of the World Cup. Here it's the League Championship. Oldie, halfway inside the Liverpool half, played square once more just below us. Stuart Gray, the captain. Short once more, Cowans. Good build-up again by Aston Villa. Long ball forward, headed away once more by Ablett. Ball out to the far side. Rush now in an outside left position. Lets the ball run over the goal line. And one almost feels after this, Jim, 1-1 would be just about right, wouldn't it?
Yes, I think Liverpool have looked to have the possession, haven't they? They've had the possession certainly for 75% of this game, I would say. But Villa have stood the test. They're strong at the back. I think they've played a bit defensive today, but on the other hand, when they have come out, they've looked as though they've got a bit of quality. I'm very impressed with young Olney. Very impressed with him. He's got a bit of quality in his game, and I think he could go on to good things. And obviously Villa, with this kind of support behind them, must feel that they're in with a chance this season.
It's 1-1. We're in the last minute of this game, so whatever the excitement is going to be in Rome very shortly for the World Cup draw live, well, it'll have to be pretty good to match this one this afternoon at Anfield. Splendid stuff. And Liverpool have the possession. Here they come again. Houghton, little back heel from Ablett. Houghton inside the Villa penalty, and the cross comes in! Just too far ahead, though, of Rush, and it'll spin away, and it'll finally be played into touch. So it'll be a throw-in for Liverpool, and we've moved into injury time here. So this could be the last effort by Liverpool here. And Mickey Tanner, the substitute fullback, has gone forward to take the throw to McMahon. McMahon holds it. A little shuffle from McMahon. The cross comes in. Ablett inside there. Rush with a shot! Just over the bar. He whacked that one, the Welsh international. That was rising, and Spink was diving, and it was about 4 or 5 inches over the bar. And if I were Nigel Spink now, I would spot the ball up and have another look at it and kick a few heels against the base of the post and have a look at the cop, which he's quite allowed to do, of course, and then does make the goal kick. Drops just inside the Liverpool half. And the noises I can hear around me at the moment are Villa, and why not? They can hold on here. It'll be an excellent point and a very good performance, although Liverpool have had almost all the possession and the chances. McMahon McMahon flicks the ball through, a little flick on once more, but that's wasted, and Aston Villa quite happy to let the ball run over the goal line. And by our watch, or by my watch, we're almost a minute and a half now into injury time. And Ken Redfern, the referee, is looking at his linesman. And of course, you won't know the great news about his home club, Whitley Bay, but you'll know about it. I'm quite certain the moment he gets in the dressing room. If you've just joined us, let me tell you that it's a bit of cup glory for them. 2-0 win this afternoon in the FA Cup. Spink, right-footed, drops the ball just inside the Liverpool half, headed back once again by Hussein, and then a long ball from Mountfield, and Ablett does the same to belt it back again. Ball is halfway still inside the Liverpool half, away to the left. McMahon goes into battle for it, so does Price. Daly is there. Ball breaks away from all four of them in the end, and Houghton's there to just nod the ball back to Tanner. Long ball from Tanner, looking for Rush, headed away well once more though by Nielsen. Ball almost on the halfway line. Ormondroyd jumps for it. It's going from claret and blue to red at the moment in the dying seconds of the game, and the whistle goes, and that's the end of a sparkling game of football here at Anfield this afternoon. Ian Olney scores for Aston Villa after 21 minutes. Peter Beardsley gets the equaliser for Liverpool 19 minutes into the second half. The players congratulate each other. They should do. They really have put up a tremendous performance here. Final scoreline, Liverpool 1, Aston Villa 1.
Peter Jones, Alan Green and Jimmy Armfield at Anfield, and what that result means is that Arsenal are the new leaders of the First Division